Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed. So, on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button to help this video, but to help the overall channel out. Also, if you're new here, well, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains share our love, passions for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Captains, we have some exciting stuff to go over. So as we normally do, the ECs will be dropped, and then at the end we'll give our conclusion. So first up here, so Star Trek Online will have maintenance on all platforms, and of course this is done at the drop of this video. So we're just going to go over the patch notes here. Not a lot, but here we go. So for console, general, and this was already done on the PC earlier. I remember this. They improved the seam of symmetry on the Shangri-La saucer. I didn't even notice any non-symmetry on it when I first got it, but it's fixed. Added a deactivation restriction to all Rise Up floaters so that they cannot be deactivated by the player until they have been on for a minimum of 2 seconds. Okay, well, sure, why not? I guess it's getting ready for the summer event. Audio gravitational power volume has been leveled. Okay, implemented a safety net that will prevent mission-related text from being sent multiple times. That, yeah, I have encountered that. And increased damage dealt by each salvo of the Ridge system console, which I believe is on the T6 Pioneer if I'm not mistaken, but that was on console. For PC, again, not a lot here, so added outlines to the following ship, select icons: Mirror Warship, Titan Science Destroyer, Inquiry Miracle Worker Battlecruiser, Legendary Walker Light Battlecruiser, Grissom Light Science Vessel, Legendary Galaxy Dreadnought Cruiser. Sure. Resolve the typo with the reward package, which mentioned that the package contains a package. All right, I didn't notice that, but those are the patch notes. Now, to some of my console caps, or to my console caps, for those who have been patiently waiting for the 15th anniversary bundle, well, here we go. The 15th anniversary Starship bundle is a celebration of starships from the era of classic Star Trek films that began with Star Trek The Motion Picture, and it's available today on Xbox and PlayStation. Again, I love that shot. I absolutely do love it. Of course, the ship, or this bundle, includes these ships: the Shangri-La, the Ark Royal, the Theseus, the Kerala, and the Pioneer. And of course, for us, we just went for the 2 ships for now, which is the Shangri-La and Ark Royal, and I'm not disappointed. These 2 other ships, the Kerala and Pioneer, may be something that we get down the line, but especially the Kerala with its sort of boosting of the console to phasers, but not really at all regretful at my decisions of just getting the 2 ships. Now, hopefully, you captains were able, I'm not sure yet if they actually added the restriction already of not being able to get the ships with T6 coupons, but that might be a thing, so check it out, caps. Great ships, but we'll go over here quickly. Again, the 15th anniversary Starship bundle. Now, we have already gone through this. This video is an awesome video, which you already did cover, so I'm going to link that video below and or at the end video recommendation, so check that out. But again, some great ships that we have here. But to go over quickly what the bundle includes, you got, of course, the Pioneer 2, Pilot Heavy Frigate, the Ark Royal Intel Carrier, the Kerala Temple Battlecruiser, the Shangri-La Command Warship, Theseus Miracle Worker Destroyer, and actually even includes the Exeter Cruiser refit. Tier 2, though, Federation 2 Phaser Pistol, Starfleet Armored Security Guard uniform. These did not interest me at all, and especially that, and even the premium ship did not. Though it did come with a prototype TMP skin, which is, I think, great, but just looked like a bigger version of the NX refit, to be honest with you, TMPified. But like I said, the Ark Royal and Shangri-La is where it's at for us, and the Shangri-La wins for me, captains. It's just so hard to get away from this ship. I've actually put a 3rd build that we'll share on the channel here in a little bit. Well, probably in a week or 2, because that's how versatile the ship is. And it actually shares the skin of a Constitution. So yes, the first T6 Constitution in the C-Store, that's not a promo ship. So that is pretty awesome. So again, all that stuff, and you get all these other additional stuff here. You also get a tier 6 ship coupon, so an additional one to use. So for today, discounted price is $13,125 until the 29th. And of course, it returns to the full price of $17,500. Now, if you're super patient and wait for another month or so, there will be a 35% sale on which you'll just get this cheaper. But my recommendations, obviously the Shangri-La and the Ark Royal, 100%. 100%. But it's this ship here that's probably third on the list. And it's not because I don't like the way it looks. Again, it looks good. The Corolla and even the Pioneer, but those two were my go-to. Of course, the Ark Royal, look at that shot. I love that shot, really, to be honest with you. But yeah, I will leave this blog, of course, here in the description below, so you caps can go over it. But like I said, I'll also link my video when we went over that as well. And please watch this video. It's absolutely well done. I absolutely love it and get the feel of Star Trek 100% when I watch it. So there's that. Now, there's a little bit of a note here that we're going to add on to the 15th anniversary before we move on to this piece of news here. Apparently there was some trouble. So here, to all our captains on Xbox, an unknown, and this is Xbox, unknown crystal entity is holding up our delivery of the new anniversary ship bundle. We're currently negotiating with it, and we'll have to extend maintenance until it lets us pass. Thank you for your patience and understanding. And then about an hour later after that, negotiations have concluded. The service will be live any moment. And then just an hour ago, as the recording of this video, we're still working on it, and we'll be updating you as soon as the game goes finally live for all of you. We apologize for the extended maintenance. And about 18 minutes ago, as of the recording of this video, it is now live. So there you go, my Xbox caps. If you're waiting for the 15th anniversary bundle, it is now live as a drop of this video. So now that is cleared, we're gonna head off to the main piece of news. So here we go. Pack-led smart, pack-led strong, the brand new pack-led miracle worker Clump ship, first seen on Star Trek Lower Decks, can now be yours on PC. Learn all about this ship in our blog, and some pictures they included here of this thing. And that's what I'm going to call it, this thing. It is monstrably ugly. Is kind of my thought, to be honest. And I didn't think that they would add this ship to the game, but by golly, they did. Now, of course, this is like a mixture of ships. The first thing I see is the top of a Derpadex or Dideridex. And all they did, I feel like they took the nacelles that were here, usually at the bottom of the wing part, and just put it in the middle. You got the Klingon disruptors is all I recognize. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like Borg tech or whatever, but this is and the claws there, I'm not sure. Why not? Now, there has been some other shots. Of course, there was the shots from the show itself. The Trek Yards here covered it, and that's exactly what it's emulating right there. And this is from Memory Alpha of that same ship facing off with the California class there. So they did it. They put this ship in game, and by golly, is it ever ugly. Not gonna lie, there is no angle that they can I feel like that's what they're trying to do, like, oh look how pretty this ship is. No, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like Borg tech or something, but yeah, this is just I can't. I really can't. I'm not sure where this front piece is. Maybe that's like a small little ship, if I'm not mistaken. But that looks like maybe a ship there. I'm not recognizing it. It looks familiar. Can't really quite place it at the moment. Captains, if you know, let me know in the description below. And then you have this like huge jet engine. It's just a mixture of things. And I am happy. I'm super happy that anytime they get a ship in game here in Star Trek Online from Star Trek, it's great. It's great all around, to be honest. But I think you guys know, you caps know what my recommendation will be about this ship. I'll be surprised if you don't. Anyways, we'll go over here and we'll leave this for the last part of the video. Command the Packlet Clump ship. So the Packlet Clump ship, as seen in Star Trek Lower Decks, can now be yours on PC. So of course this is going to be on PC first, and then it will follow on console. So beginning April 8th, which is today, the drop of this video, players on PC will have the chance to command their very own Miracle Worker starship Packlet style. This ship premiered in the excellent Star Trek Lower Decks and comes with a few surprises. So here we go, Packlet Miracle Worker Clumpship. What is a Clumpship? A salvaged pile of mismatched ship pieces and technology fused together. Indeed, the sight of a Clumpship is a strange one. From one angle, you might recognize Klingon technology, but fly around you are as likely to find Federation or even Romulan bits held together by some mysterious Packlet engineering. The existence of such an amalgamation is said to be due to a certain rogue Klingon's plan to destabilize the diplomatic relations or relationships between the Federation and the Klingons. This captain provided the Packlets with the base components for their ship. So the Packlet Clumpship comes equipped with a console called the Packlet Technological Space Hook. That grabs hold of a target using propelled hooks which deliver continuous damage up to 10 seconds. The haphazard construction of this console means that some occasional pulses of energy might escape and damage nearby foes. 25% chance per pulse to damage up to 5 nearby targets in a small area. The slot the Clumpship crew decides to install this console into will determine the nature of the damage and what will empower it. Interesting. So different ship, different damage type, I guess. That's kind of how I read it. Let me know, caps below, especially if you have it already. So the Packlet Big Ship trait allows bridge officers to increase a ship's overall damage output, current and max subsystem power, and adds a percentage of its max hull integrity to the ship as temporary hit points for a short duration when using non-specialty abilities. I'm guessing non-specialty abilities is like Miracle Worker powers, I'm guessing, I'm not sure. But that sounds okay, but I'm clearly just not leaning towards that this be something meta. I could be wrong, and if I'm proven wrong, well, please let me know. As you can tell already, it's just the looks that threw me off. That throw me off of this ship. But anyways, we'll keep going here. The details. So of course, tier 6, faction any, hull mod 1.6, shield mod is 0.95. It is a 4-4. I'm surprised they're making this a 4-4 with the way this thing looks, to be honest, but it also does make sense because this is part of the Derpa decks I see there. But they also could have changed that, but they didn't for some reason. So bridge officer station, so Commander Universal Miracle Worker, Lieutenant Commander Engineering Command, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Universal, and Ensign Universal. So looks like you can do a Psi Commander if you want, but it's going to be Miracle Worker seating, and or have either a Lieutenant Universal to have as your Psi. But that's kind of what I see. So consoles, 4 attack, 4 eng, 3 Psi, 1 Universal. Probably more leaning towards more isomags. Base turn 5.5, impulse mod 1.17, inertia 35, plus 5 to engine and shield power, plus 10 to weapon and aux. Of course, the cannon. There's the console. Can equip dual cannons. Has sensor analysis. All right. Sure, interesting. Innovation ship mechanic. That's interesting. So it's like a Psi vessel. You can make it a Psi vessel if you want, I guess. Oh. That's quite interesting. Sure. Not enough for us. It has the cyclical quantum slipstream drive, of course, innovation ship mechanic, and the Starship master package of that of a battle cruiser for plus physical and kinetic damage resistance, plus critical severity, plus energy damage resistance, plus maximum HP, and the trait, of course, Packlet Big. Admiralty stats, Eng 60, Psi 29, TAC 37, and it ignores engineering from events. And of course, we went over this, but let's just read this for some fun. So, Packlet Smart. Enemy ships keep warping out of Packlet weapons reach. Packlet added Space Hook. It grabbed enemy ships. Now enemy ships can't escape. Packlet then fire weapons at enemy ships. Sometimes Packlet weapons also hurt enemy ships' friends. Packlets have many weapons on ship, different weapons on every slot. Packlet strong. Yeah, so dumb. All right, I love the joke here of them putting this in the way that they speak. I like that. So that was for the technological space hook. Now for the Starship trait, Packlid Big. So Packlids might not know how technology works, but they certainly know how to make it work. They pick up scrap from fallen ships and stick whatever survives into their systems. As such, you can never know what to expect when dealing with one. So I guess it's more this in Packlid than this, but so it is an Infinity promotion ship where you can get it. Now keep this in mind before we go any further. This ship being released in 2025, like any ship being released in 2025, can be yours for the event campaign of 2026. So if this is something that you want, but you don't want to spend resources for, and you have a lot of patience, you can wait till next year to claim this as your prize for the premium T6 Starship. So we'll continue here. So of course it starts from April 8th and goes until the 29th on PC. And the promotion that will provide additional when opening a research and development pack or duty officer pack. Of course, you also receive the low-buy crystals. And of course, if you're lucky enough, you get the Tier 6 promotional ship choice pack. Opening this special requisition choice pack is the Tier 6 promotional ship choice pack will give the recipient a choice of any Tier 6 ship found in any previous research and development or duty officer promotional pack. Of course, the player fortunate enough to win this ship pack will be presented with a choice of claiming a package containing this exciting new starship or any one of the following ships. And here is a list of the ships you can get, which again, minus the ships released this year in 2025, the ships released in 2024 you can get for free for your event campaign. So all these ships here, and we've already done a recommendation video of the premium ships, so what we can do is also add that to the end card as that. So that is everything on the Packlid ship, and I am going to say this is a ship that we're not going to get, but some captains, a very small handful that I've come across on Bridge, actually want this in game, and well, there you go, it is in game. So don't worry, my console caps of course will follow suit in probably a month that you can own this monstrosity of a kit bashed ship from the Packlid. So I'm interested to know your thoughts, Caps, so comment below, let us know if this is a ship that you're going to be getting. Let me know what starship parts you see here. Again, I see Romulan, I see Federation, Borg, perhaps, I guess, is kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know where those claws are from, to be honest, but that is what I'm seeing. Also, that's going to be it for that video. Again, let me know what you Caps think. So do me a favor, hit the like button to help the video, but again, to help the overall channel out. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome the recent captains who subscribed here to the YouTube Bridge. I am appreciative of your support. And the support you can do and continue to do here on the Bridge is to like every video and of course share it, and of course help us find more like-minded captains. And if you're new here, again, consider subscribing, hit that subscribe button and all its goodness. So, and of course that's the vid, and we'll leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.